Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, hello and welcome back. This is Mr. K once again, and you guys are probably getting sick of my vlogs. Good news, Mrs. K is be getting back on her bike. Bad news, Mrs. K kind of hurt herself. Nothing serious, but it's just tough for her to put her helmet on, so that is why you guys don't see her very often. It's just been a funky year, that's all. So once again, I am out on a gorgeous day, and I mean gorgeous. It is beautiful. The good thing is there is a little bit of wind, as you guys can tell by those flags. See, there's a little bit of wind, which obviously makes this ride so much more comfortable, because today is another hot day. Of course, I don't mind hot days, but you understand, you guys know how that is. I love playing around. So yeah, today's topic, well, what do you guys think it's going to be? I don't know. Maybe I know. Maybe you guys don't know. I know. Obviously you guys know because of the title. Silly me. Alright, so basically today I'm discussing new riders and meetups. The funny thing is, most new riders, at least that includes myself, and especially when the first time I went to a meetup, most new riders are kind of scared about going to meetups. Whew. And the reason they're scared, from what I've gathered, because I've talked to a number of new riders, and I asked them, why don't you guys go to meetups? And it's kind of funky, because I get the answers such as, well, I don't know if I could keep up. That's actually a very common one. My bike isn't strong enough. Most new riders actually think that they have to keep up and they have to have a strong bike to go to meetups, which is kind of silly. So if you are a new rider, let me clarify some stuff. You don't need a powerful bike. The very first time I went out to do a meetup, I was on a Ninja 300. I didn't have a fast bike. I was very new to riding. I believe I only had like 1 year riding experience. And even before that, I went to some little mini meets. Most meetups, they usually kind of tell you if it's like, beginner friendly, or it's good for all types of riders, or this, that, the other thing. So you do kind of have to keep an eye on what type of meetup it is. You're not going to take your little Ninja 300 to go for a highway run that is, full of sports bikes, because, well, that's silly. But that's not really going to happen too often. However, there are huge benefits. There are some massive benefits to going to meetups, especially as a new rider. When you go to meetups, you get to meet more and more riders. You get to meet people, and like anything else, this is a motorcycle community. So you're on a motorcycle, that means you belong to the motorcycle community, one form or another. I mean, really, that's what it comes down to. But you can't be part of a community if you're not somehow mingling in that community. So mingle. And it's funny because I tell this to a lot of new riders, and I do take out new riders. I take them out and we go for a little ride. It's just me and them, and this way it's nice and slow, and we're taking it easy. And I choose paths and areas where I know that the speed limit isn't too high and the curbs are not too crazy. So, but again, that's me. When some of the bigger motovloggers do a meetup, they'll do usually like a little city and then highway and city and that kind of stuff. And I can understand where that can be a little bit I don't know, intimidating for new riders. But don't be intimidated. Now the other thing is, contact you like locally or somewhere around you. There's always going to be somebody that rides aside from you. And since there's other people that ride, not just you, you can find somebody to ride with, somebody on a similar skill level or a little bit more. I would say if you're going to go out riding with somebody, try and make it so that it's somebody that has a little bit more skill than you, a little bit more knowledge than you, a little bit more experience than you. This way they can kind of walk you through some of the stuff. Make sure you know the motorcycle etiquettes. Those are all stuff that you can always ask there's tons and tons of information on this on YouTube, and believe me, it is something worth looking into. You should. Some people are just very shy, so they love the idea of riding, and they love, you know, getting on a bike, and they love having their bike, and they can't wait to go out there and just ride. But because they're shy nature, they don't know how to interact with other motorcyclists. Now, you guys seen a number of previous videos I had where I just literally start chatting with the bike that pulls up beside me or behind me or in front of me. It doesn't matter where they are. I'll just have a nice little chat with them. I'll say hi and, you know, give them the good old peace sign, and give them the bike wave, give them the fist, and you do that, you know, you're pretty much right there. You've already done the first part of it. The rest of it is just communication. Just have a chat with them and ask them about their bike if you're curious. And for whatever you do, don't just ask about the bike for the sake of asking. Okay, I have to admit, I do not like this. I don't like it when like, there are some new riders that they feel like they're obligated to ask you about your bike. No, you're not obligated to ask about the bike, you know. But if you are interested in the bike, ask, because there's one thing about guys in motorcycles: they'll talk about their motorcycles till like they have no more breath. Don't be scared to make friends. When you're on a motorcycle, you'll make a lot of friends really quick. I'm not saying that everybody you're gonna run into is you know, a great dude or dudette. You know, there are some riders that are questionable, and there are some riders that are amazing. So everybody's different. Keep that in mind. You know, if you have one bad experience, then don't let it you know, don't let that kind of I guess hinder your experience. So yeah, that's all I gotta say. I know it's a quick video, but you know what, I see this too often, and if you're a new rider, you really gotta go out there and get yourself out there and not be shy. You really are missing out on a lot if you don't get out there and just have fun. Riding the bike by yourself is one thing. It's a ton of fun. I know I like to do it, but I love to ride with Mrs. K. I love to ride with you know, other riders, and I highly recommend it for pretty much anybody who rides. You know, if you have a chance to go out there with somebody, go. I am gonna be going to McDonald's. And you know what? For once, I'm gonna park the bike properly right here. Like, I'm not gonna take it up onto the sidewalk. I've done that a few too many times. Today, I'm gonna park the bike properly, because I am a good guy. I am Mr. K, who's pretty darn good today. See? So yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm actually heading over to McDonald's. There's one right there. And that's the trick. That's it, boys and girls. That's the end of the video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And oh yeah, love, ride, explore. Stay off your darn cell phones. And as always, we love ya. Till next time, see ya. Bye bye.